Hello, hello. What's up, people? I actually intended to make this video about 4 hours ago outside on a hill with my camera, but I was on my way there, and as soon as I got there, I went all the way up the hill, lugged all my stuff there, my chair, my tripod, obviously my camera equipment, set everything up, turned on the camera, and I realized my camera was dead. I had no charger, and it started to rain. So now we're here, and what I want to talk about is people working harder than ever before, specifically in the creator niche. If you were someone who consumed YouTube back in 2014, 15, 16, and 17, the number of people who were strictly consistent with their upload schedule, those who just put out a lot of volume of content consistently, it wasn't as many people as you may think. And now over the past 7 years, there have been so many creators that have came onto this platform that is YouTube because they see an opportunity. What I've noticed every single day when I'm on my YouTube homepage, and I'm addicted, by the way, to subscribing to small YouTubers and showing them love, especially those who just share their life, just turn on a camera and talk. People are working harder and harder and harder. Any good idea that you may think of, I feel like someone else out there has already made a video about it or done something extravagant to portray that idea already out into the world. What my take is that the people who can just turn on a camera, talk without edits, without all this crazy flashy stuff, I feel like those are the people now, especially in 2024, that can be relatable. For me, at least, I don't know nowadays what I can trust and what I can't trust, who seems authentic, who doesn't seem authentic. And you guys watching this video may be honestly thinking the same thing, because it's good to be skeptical of anyone who decides to just share their life, their ideas, their lessons. So I don't blame you if you watch this and you're skeptical, because you should be. But again, the point of this video is to remind myself and to remind all of you out there who are consuming this that you have to work a lot harder. You have to be that much more consistent. You have to be that much more courageous, that much more brave, that much more outgoing or introverted or just authentic to actually build an audience on YouTube specifically in 2024. I feel like back in 15, 16, 17, or the years before that, even 18 and 19, a lot of the content that was produced on YouTube, it relatively did well pretty quickly. Like if you posted a YouTube video, which I've had, friends post YouTube videos 6, 7 years ago with no subscribers or anything, get like 1,000 views, 5,000 views, 10,000 views. But now, 2024 YouTube, you got to post a lot more videos to get that same amount of engagement. Now, you may make the argument that you're just not making a good enough video, which is also valid, but I just think volume now matters more. And it matters because there's so many more people consuming content on this platform, as well as the same types of creators that they are watching on this platform. I recently have been getting into vlogs. So I vlogged for 10, 11 days in a row. But you can also just find another person who's made the same type of content or even better. And in my head, the thing that I remind myself day in and day out is if you go a day without posting a YouTube video, or a couple of days or 3 days without posting a video, my immediate thought is like, fuck, there's someone out there who is being more consistent than you, who's posting every day, multiple times a day. So if anyone were to ask me, is like, hey, when you're not making videos, or if you're not editing, or if you're not consuming YouTube content, like, what are you doing? It's me planning, like thinking about a video or writing an idea down, or just my mind is always racing about an idea or a thing that I can make, something that I need to elaborate on or just get off my chest, because this day and age, you have to create more. You have to do more. And I'd welcome the opportunity to have a conversation with someone who either agrees with this on a fundamental basis or completely disagrees. Because there's people who do really, really well posting once a month, twice a month. Of course, the crazy example, Mr. Beast, but this guy, he's been doing this for 12 years. So maybe that's a little bit of an extreme example, but creators who make a really, really good video may only have to post once a month or twice a month, because they spend their entire time, all their time into that one video or those 2 videos per month. But those who are just starting out and want this to be, I guess, a career for them, 70% of kids in high school and elementary school and middle school say that their dream job is to be an influencer or a YouTuber or whatever. I just wish people understood the work it takes the consistency, the grind, the late nights, the skills that you must learn and master before there's any sort of traction that may be picked up. I made a video a couple days ago called What's Your Motivation? And it was a Q&A video. And one of my buddies asked me, like, why do you keep going? And my answer to that is because the shit has to work. If something isn't working, I need to keep pivoting and keep trying new things in order for it to work. And I don't care how long that takes, because it's gonna work. It can take 10 years, it can take 15, it can take 5, it can take 1, who knows? But until it works, you have to keep going. And the harsh reality that I think a lot of people will face of those 70% of kids that want to become creators, influencers, or YouTubers is that they will try and they'll quit after a short period of time. They'll quit after a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. But one of my favorite quotes is by Casey Neistat. And he said, in life, you should only be focusing on one of 2 things. And that's finding out what your purpose is in life or your passion. And number 2 is realizing that purpose or passion. So number 1 is finding the thing that you absolutely love to do, which is the harder thing, because that thing can take years. It can take decades for you to find that one thing. And number 2, you have to go all in, and you have to spend every waking second realizing that potential that you have in the thing that you love. So it's either you die trying or you keep going until something works. And I just don't think the kids in our generation and generations under us have that actual determination and courage and the drive to be consistent. There is no such thing as an overnight success. Anyone who looks like they blew up in a short period of time has years of work that they've done behind that. And I just gave you guys a Casey Neistat quote, so I'll just keep it in the same realm. Casey started making videos when he was 20. For 14 years, he was making videos. I don't know how consistent, but he was creating things, putting them up on YouTube. I think when YouTube came out, it was 2006. So 9 years on YouTube, and then the other 6, I don't know where he was posting, but he was clearly creating. It took him 14 years to get to like 150, 200,000 subscribers. And then it took him 18 months to get to 10 million. And what we know him for is the whole daily vlogging thing. But 15 years of work that he did, people are like, oh, he just blew up in that year and a half. No. The reason he made vlogging look so effortless and simple and easy to do, and the reason we all binged all of his content like it was a TV show, is because he had mastered the art of filmmaking and how to tell a good fucking story with just filming your normal daily life. And for 800 days in a row, he created a story that was worth watching and listening to. 800 days. But people are like, oh, he just blew up because he was a vlogger. No, 15 years of work and dedication is what gave him that opportunity and that momentum to blow up. And you can apply that type of example to anyone that you probably see on social media, TikTok, whatever. And yes, there is a giant boundary and like fine line to things, because there are people online who just use their like facial features or body to get money, clout, become famous. Like that type of toxicity is everywhere online. But I think the best thing to keep in mind is that people have worked to get to where they are. And if it's hard, if there's like this giant level of resistance that you're at that is hard, where you're having to struggle to break through, like I am right now, with like content and figuring out what to talk about and just being myself day in and day out and seeing if people can relate. It's hard because you're trying to find like an audience or community within the things that you're interested in and trying to present it in a way that people actually care. That's what hard feels like. That's the exact place that you're supposed to be at. Getting through that barrier of resistance can take years. It can take months. It can take weeks. But it takes trial and error and pivoting to get to where you want to go. Okay, this has turned into a super long rant. You got to work harder now in 2024 than ever before to be a creator. So that's just my thoughts, and I hope this was valuable to anyone else out there. And the last thing I'll say is also kind of a message to myself. Pivot more, create more, and when you're starting out, volume matters, and there can be quality in volume too. It's just how you craft the story or video that you tell. Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Until next time, much love. Take care. Peace.